Hi, welcome to my channel Tech Krish or GAG Agra, and in the sequence of Python learning series, as we have been discussing the loops in Python. So in my last video, I discussed the insights on while loop, and this time I'm going to perform some examples coding on loop. And here I'll also tell you how to apply the pseudocode in Colab, and along with it I'll also tell you how to use HTML while working in Colab while creating the program in Google Collaboratory. So let's move to our presentation. So this is the presentation example on loops in Python. So let's start. The query or the question is to find the sum of first n natural numbers where n to be given by the user. So here I'm going to create the pseudocode as well as the script on this question or the problem. So I'll write the pseudocode or the algorithm, and after that I would like to create the script using Google Colab. So let's move ahead. So this is Google Collaboratory, and first I'll let you know that I have uh, written the pseudocode of performing the given query, given problem. So what is the pseudocode? So required information and a result. What I want to sum up the first n natural numbers. So n will have to give, and given data there's nothing is given, and process to find the sum of first n natural numbers. We have to take a variable, say num or n, or and sum also to as accumulator, and I'll initialize this sum to 0. Then we have to keep on adding successive natural numbers to it. It means that it is a case of iteration. Definitely I'll use while loop here. The following suite of statements to be repeated in the pseudocode. So here in the pseudocode, the first step is to get the value of the identifier n, then set the accumulator sum to 0, and iterator or the control variable I set to 1, and I implemented a while loop. So I is 1, and I have given while I less than equals to n. So as long as I is less than equals to n, it will perform two statements A and B. So as long as this condition is true, the first step, add value of I to sum, any sum plus sum I, and take the next value of I is using I is equal to I plus 1. Okay, so this is the way I wrote the pseudocode. And very amazing thing that whatever you are seeing in pseudocode, this is not just this the algorithm. It is created using the HTML. So here I have used HTML text, um, B for bold, and ordered line numbers I have created using HTML. So this script required information, result, given data, processing, pseudocode. These all were written using HTML tags, which you might have studied in the earlier classes. So see here. So this is the entire HTML So if you see the entire text is divided into two pans. The left pan is HTML and the right pan is the result. And right pan, I wanted to show you the script, pseudocode, and left pan is having the HTML code. So here I have used B for bold and uh, order line and line, and so that I was able to write the pseudocode. Next, then finally, I created a program, a script. So a script will be like it's a very simple script. So this is a script. So see here, so n is equal to int input enter value of n, sum, and I is equal to 0, and I is equal to 0. Means sum is 0 and I is initialized to 1, because I'm able to give initialize two identifiers in the same line or single statement. So sum is initialized to 0 and I is initialized to 1. Then the next statement, while, is encountered. So here if you look at while I less than equals to n, so I is 0, yes, I is 1, so 1 is less than equals to n, whatever I give. So here I am going to give 10. So I is initialized to 1, so 1 is less than 10. Then what happens in the next subsequent statement, sum, which is initially 0, is added, 1 is added to 0, and sum gets its updated value, that is 1. Then the next value, I plus equals to 1, means I'm going to I'm updating the value of I, since it was 1. So I plus equals to 1, it means I will get the next value. So next, after taking the next value, it reaches back to while statement again, where 2, that is the value of I, is again compared with the value of n. So I have given the value of n as 10. So 2 is less than equal to 10. Then sum plus equals to I, means the old value of sum plus new value of I will be added together, and sum is updated with this sum or this addition. And finally in the third step, you'll see I plus equals to 1, means I is updated and incremented by 1. So the entire process is continued till I is less than equals to the value of n. And finally, once the condition becomes false, it comes to the print sum of first whatever n is natural numbers equal to sum. So here I'm going to execute the program also. So see here, run. I'm giving I'm giving 10 here, and it gives 55. So this is how while works, and I have created the sum of n natural numbers. So this is the first example, and I have written the pseudocode as well as I created the script and explained this script. So hope you understood the program or the script. So if you understood the script, then kindly run it and create this script on your system and run and show it to your friends, so that they can also know about while statement. So we'll meet in the next video with some other examples and scenario. Till then, bye bye.